Hola.
No, I'm from Brazil.
What are you
Where
doing? From London. What is up, my brothers? Today we're going to be talking about a clip of me having a conversation with a bootylicious, shall we say, Brazilian woman. Ironically, not in Brazil, but actually in a shopping mall in Argentina. We're right now in Brazil. I was walking around without my briefcase. I usually walk around when I'm in a suit with a briefcase with very important items in, such as a sandwich and occasionally a banana, which makes everyone think that I've got a real serious job when I actually don't. The suit's nice, at least. Well, I like it. Brilliant tailor in London made that. Big fan of his. So if anyone needs a bit of suave clothing, get in touch and I will put you in touch with the man. As usual with everyone I work with on a personal level, there is no referral involved. I don't make any money. I just do it from the goodness of my own heart. Watch the conversation and then we'll break down a couple of points afterwards, as always. Hola. ¿Hablas inglés?
No,
I saw you running and I was like, I must stop her and say hello. I saw you like strutting like this. I was like, she looks like a crazy girl. Like she has this snake eye, she has the snake leg, she has the crazy lion tattoo. Like where's she from? You're from Buenos Aires?
No, I'm from Brazil.
Ah, eu falo pouco de português porque estava no Brasil para Carnaval e a primeira vez para Salvador Carnaval em uma semana, não, 2 semanas.
Quando?
Você entende? Porque não falo português porque estava no Colômbia e México.
Sim.
E meu português agora é terrível.
How long time you
Só
stay
é
in
portanhol.
Brazil?
Não, você fala pouco inglês.
Cool.
You saved me. So I will go. I go to Brazil in 2 weeks, and I stay for like 3 months.
Where?
Salvador, São
3
Paulo, Goiânia, Manaus, Fortaleza. Onde você mora?
I live in Foz do Iguaçu.
But Iguazu Falls.
Yeah.
But it's better in Argentina, right? When I went
Better here?
in the Foz do Iguazu in Argentina is more beautiful.
Yeah.
In the Brazil is more small and something like this. And what are you
Are
doing?
you
From London. Londres.
from?
So you do speak English. You understand a bit, right?
A little.
So what are you
I
doing?
try.
What are you doing in Buenos Aires? Estava aqui para férias.
Yeah, vacation.
Okay. On your own or with people
No, I have friends here.
from Argentina?
Yes.
Okay. And my first time in Buenos Aires in 7 años. La primera vez para mí in 7 years in Buenos Aires.
Now, how long time is here?
2 days.
2 days?
I stay para 2 semanas mais. 2 mais semanas.
Wow.
Quero praticar meu português. It's rusty agora.
Vamos falar português.
Yeah, you speak English and I speak Portuguese, and then you learn practicar to English. Yeah, practical
but
me.
English is very hard for me.
No, I think your English is good.
But I know.
Quantas tatuagens
I don't know.
você tem?
7.
What's this one?
Less.
What's it mean? Blue?
Yeah.
I think no. I think the way you walk, I think no, maybe not best for them. Maybe more bad girl, not good girl. I don't know.
You alone here?
No, I have one friend, but I come to say hello to you and then I go back. Tim, what's up?
Yes.
Quantos anos você tem?
22.
Okay.
22.
22. Yeah, your English is good. I think because I speak eu falo inglês da Inglaterra e você entende? É diferente da Estados Unidos. Yeah, sotaque é diferente.
Yeah.
Brazilian number?
Yes.
What is for Brazil?
55.
55. Qual é o seu nome? Like this?
Yes. Yeah.
Like this? Nice to meet you. James. I send you a
Nice to
message.
meet you.
So, first point, spotlight effect. Typically, and we've done demonstrations with students and actually shown them what's possible, but a shopping mall could be conceived for someone that doesn't really know how to do this as quite a high pressure scenario, couldn't it? You've got people milling around, it's a little bit quieter, you get this feeling that it's a bit of an enclosed environment, people are watching, and one of the problems we see with students is what we call the spotlight effect, is thinking everyone sees the world through your lens, so everyone's noticing what you're up to. But the analogy I always say to guys is, look, see that hobo you just walked past with a heroin needle in his arm dying on the street? You paid him attention for all of 1 second before you just flick back to your own internal reality and your hopes and fears and dreams. So one of the things we really want to work on, guys, is trying to illustrate, and one of the learning points we actually help you with in a number of ways is developing a kind of anti-spotlight effect. So you're just not fazed by people around you and them listening or watching what you're doing.
Well, no, one of the biggest sticking points that guys have when we work with them is the spotlight effect. And you're going to be missing out on a lot of opportunities if you can't approach girls in cafes, in gyms, in shopping centers, where you're going to see a lot of girls, right?
So social freedom and spotlight effect, they kind of go hand in hand. Again, what might be perceived in this, for this to be quite a high pressure situation, through desensitization, through repetition, through us throwing you in and forcing you into scenarios like this and you acting normal, it's going to come across as normal because it's all about your vibe, right? We talk about this a lot, but like a virulent STI, she feels the context of what you're saying and she feels what you're up to. If you're carrying this very anxious, nervous energy, that's what she feels. Whereas if you're confident, playful, unfazed, just talking to her, going up and giving her a compliment, talking to her completely normally, like this is just a normal everyday thing, guess what she feels? She feels like, oh, this is just normal. Yeah, there's no big deal here. It's when we feel weird about stuff, it becomes weird for her. And again, through repetition, you're going to become desensitized to that process. That's a big thing to bear in mind.
Two mindsets that we teach and that resonate with us a lot is that a lot of the time we take things too seriously as well, which we see a girl and we go, oh, she's in a shopping center, I can't approach her. But in reality, if we think about it on the grand scheme of things, we're a little speck, in a big ball of rock flying through space. And if we think about it in those sorts of terms, we realize it's not actually that serious. Like you say, you see something happening in the street and the next day you never think about it again, right? And the second thing that helps a lot is going for it is always better than going home with regret, right? Rejection, yeah, is always better than regret, because the thing is, if you see that very cute girl, you're going to have a snap second of awkwardness because you're going to see the guy standing on the corner or the shop assistant looking at you. But that small feeling of awkwardness is a lot less than the feeling of regret that you're going to have when you go home later that night. Just take those two things into account, and those are two mindsets that have always helped me before going in and approaching. Not taking it too seriously, realizing you're going to die 1 or 2 days, no one gives a fuck if you run around the shopping center naked, they'll literally just laugh and point and then forget about it. So approaching a girl really doesn't mean much.
I actually had it hardcore in a different clip that you'll see in the forthcoming weeks. At times, but also it was quite funny because I approached a girl and it was the first approach of the day. It was very quiet. It was a Monday evening. She was a girl who was working the cafe, talking to a friend outside of the table, and there were two kind of like younger, kind of hoodlum like type gangster dudes with tattoos on their face and all this stuff, but they're only about 18, right? And they watched me go over to the girl and start basically just talking to her, and they were fucking wetting themselves, right? And it was incredibly off-putting because they were a couple of tables away, but they're literally snapping their legs. They probably pointing like, what a fucking loser. They probably overplayed it. There was probably an element to them, I imagine, where there's a little bit of jealousy because she was hot and they probably didn't have the stones to actually approach themselves. So it was probably overplayed. But the point is, on a conscious level, even if you get stuff like that happening, you've got to learn to master your own emotions. And women want to be approached like this. Every rom-com movie you ever see, let's take, just an example, Notting Hill, Hugh Grant, Julia Roberts, he approached her in a bookstore, right? All good rom-com movies, actually, generally speaking, there might be the odd one out there when it's a Tinder approach now, but generally speaking, it's the guy manning up and doing cold approach naked, right? And it's seen as charming, and it's how women want to meet a guy because, this kind of, oh, it was just fate, and, he came up and we had chemistry, and she's telling her girlfriends about this, sipping some wine, and it plays into that fantasy, right? She's not going to necessarily marry you, but at her wedding day, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Like, oh, we met in because he manned up and he had the balls to do this. We all know confidence is a major attraction trigger in men from the female side. So women want to be approached like this, overwhelmingly. And men, let's be frank, you guys watching this, some of you are out there approaching, you also want to be able to do this because having total social freedom and having the ability to speak to every hot girl you ever want to, even if you choose not to exercise it, is a superpower. And most men, as we know, drink their own body weight in tequila and still can't approach. Oh, when you think about it just on a theoretical level, it's a no-brainer. Like, it doesn't matter what other people think. They either want to be approached like that or they're jealous of the skill set.
Yeah, for sure. Just to rehash what you were saying as well. A lot of people will watch that and they'll laugh and they'll go, oh, look at that person approaching. But it's not actually because they're making fun. It's actually because they're thinking to themselves, I really want to approach. I forgot who came up with this, but hate only comes from below. And there's also another phrase where, tall trees get blown by the wind, right?
By the way, quick one. You can now join our completely free day game at Cold Approach community where you can ask questions to myself or Les or the other coaches. You can meet wings from all around the world. You get free breakdowns of loads and loads of different places for Cold Approach. You get to meet like-minded men who are all traveling the world, having fun, having an adventure. You see all of the old YouTube videos as well. All of the 1,000+ old YouTube videos that got taken down there, all uploaded to this portal. And you can suggest new content you want to see. Get all of this completely for free. Link will be in the description below the video, and we'll see you there.